interviewed Chris Pine, the actor, a little while ago, and he had a beard and he had a lot of grey in his beard, and I was like, wow, because I get this impression in the UK that, you know, if you're in America and you're in showbiz, you know, you can't, you know, this there's almost this kind of poison of age, growing old. Oh my God, how can you do it? I love your grey. Like, how good is the grey? Like, I would look like a brown Gandalf if I grew my beard. Right? So I love grey too. Was this something very easy to you to embrace that? It was like, look, I'm getting old. Like,
I'm fine with it.
You never thought of fillers or anything?
Oh, that's that boat. No. No, but I've said, at least I've stuck to the same party line. Look, I don't care, at the end of the day, you could like my music or don't like my music. There's nothing I can say or do about it, because I'd said when I was 25, and I'll say it again when I'm 54, I was never going to paint bitch on my belly and put my fingernails to black. It just wasn't who I am. So I don't want to pretend to have my hair, horse color brown and be 70 years old. Yeah, of course, Sorry, folks. It's just, this is it.
So you never felt the kind of the marketing pressure of being a rock star? It was for you. It was like, look, it's the songs. Yeah, okay. I've been blessed. I mean, I've been blessed with a beautiful face. Right? I mean, I'm
you
sure
have.
You said that. No, you said that. I mean, yeah, even my wife wouldn't say that, John. But you were blessed with good genes, so it's not an issue.
You're very kind. But the idea of pretending to be what I'm not, I just got these visions. I remember when I was a little kid, I couldn't have been but 17, 18 years old, and I was playing in the bar that it was my home called the Fast Lane, and it was an original band bar. And there was a band that was called, well, I won't even mention their name because it's not a great story. But the lead singer, who I knew from the pop rock magazines, was performing now at this club, and his 15 minutes was now over. And he's wearing a big open shirt, and it wasn't buttoned any longer, and he had an electric guitar on, and the guitar cable was stapled to the floor because the guitar was covering the belly in the club that sat 500 people after the 15 minutes of fame was over. But the guy from the magazines that I envisioned was, and I went, whoa. So I was never going to be that. I'm out before those days come. You are never going to see me sitting around my peers from the 80s going, here we are in the Where Are They Now tour. No.
So if you'd lost your hair, would you have had it stitched in?
No, I'd be, Bruce Willis or Sting, or, I'd just be cool with it.
What are the aspirations for John Bon Jovi? Mentioning you in the third person. What are the aspirations? I mean, this clearly is an aspiration that you have achieved.
Yeah. This is the third time in my career that I've been able to do that again. I did it with, with Slippery, obviously. We did it again with, after Blaze of Glory, when we came back with Keep the Faith, we did it again with Crush, when people thought, okay, enough of them already, and we came back with It's My Life and with Crush. So we've done it 3 times, and so I do hope that this will be that kind of record. This is the first time in the last week, this is the first time I'm getting a reaction to the record, because like I said, I've had it, but no one else has. So I hope that this record will be one of those chapters. If at the end of it we have a pleasurable tour and a healthy tour, that's the aspiration musically.
What's Devils in the Temple about?
I could tell you the person, but I'll generalize it. It's the record company. It's the, it was the hell that I was put through.
Look what they have done to this house of love.
Yeah, the church was the record company. Every kid's aspiration was that place where they were going to share the music, where they made the music, where the history of music was, why the music mattered. I was bitter enough to say that it's just not the same anymore. And there is that...
was that about them, or was that more about you?
Oh, no.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, I know the guy behind the desk. Oh, yeah. Look, I've been at that company so long that I've been through 3 buildings. They've changed the name 3 times. People say, well, how many presidents has there been? No clue. I want to know how many CEOs. Man, I could put a number on that. But when you're through 3 different buildings, you're the longest tenured, biggest selling record art, guy on the label. But it is not what it was in 1983. No.
Is that because
the business changed?
The business changed, or John Bon Jovi sell 128 million records. I don't need some guy who's just in this building telling me I've made a bad record.
Absolutely not. No, the opposite. I embrace with two arms and two legs. Please give me input. There used to be a day when A&R guys understood their position, and that's part of what people say is wrong with the record business, that there wasn't enough good songs on a record and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's the A&R department's fault. And I'm not even going to criticize that. I'm criticizing that I can tell you the day and time when they gave the record away to I get off on it. I could be very specific. When this record business that we're in blew up. And it's come to roost now. And it's just not the same as it was. I hope out of the day and age in which we live, the internet, that the next Bob Dylan can be discovered, because he has the opportunity on this vast, internet access, that his lyrics and songs can be heard. But there was a time 15 years ago when the Bob Dylan of the world would not have been found because he didn't fit the format of a singing show or the pop format of radio. So now the internet allows that. The concept of a kid selling 130 million albums, good luck. I venture to put a lot of money on the wager that that's not going to happen again. But I want to say one thing about the music business. Music, books, movies, and art are interdependent. They're very important so that the history of our past and future, is shared in those art forms. And if you keep giving it away, compounded by the fact that you dumb it down, what's going to be left for our kids to write about? Where's the next Dylan? Where's the next great Godfather, or that painting, or, a great book? It has to happen. It's very important. And without it, the dumbing down just leads us to a society of, simple, silly people and motivated by money.
If I gave you an unfair choice that you had to make, life sucks, get a helmet, between saying, right, this album will be massive amongst fans who are already fans of Bon Jovi, but no one new will come to it, or a legion of new people will discover John Bon Jovi, but your fans won't get it. What would you rather have?
The latter.
Why?
I want to grow.
Like 100 million people.
No, because I want to grow. I want to grow. To me, it's really about continuing growth. Or I would be in the Where Are They Now category and go, guess what? The new disco version of Living on a Prayer.
Bon Jovi and NSYNC on tour this summer.
Not going to happen. So, no, I think that any artist wants to continue evolving. The artists that I, love want to write the new stuff and have it be embraced. Yeah.
Because I can hear it. What have you been listening to in those
Not
days?
enough. Because of the access to things, I'm not as informed as I was. It's interesting.
Are you still thinking that internet thing's not going to catch on?
Yeah, right. I'm not that far away from that either. Not because I don't get it, but you got to have your teenage kids around to show you where.
Yeah.
I know, it's sad but true. But I'm not listening to enough, and when I hear it, I go, oh, good. There's promise. There's hope. But I'm not. I sort of have become the guys that I used to read about and go, what happened to Mr. Blah? Why isn't he listening anymore? It's access. It's just having somebody remind you where it is and how to get to it. I am missing that. Yeah.
Because there's songs on this that are lush and beautiful. There's songs that are stripped back and there's a rawness to them as well.
Well, that was the production that I was very cognizant of, and also the band approach. I am absolutely to fault that John Shanks and I, who have been making records with me now since Have a Nice Day in 2005, were really controlling the recording studio. This record, the guys were in the room from inception. There were records that I would have Tico and Hugh come in at the end and just put the drums and bass on at the end, and the arrangements would be sitting there, and they would come in and play 3, 4, 5 songs in a day. But not this time. So songs took shape in the room. There's a song called New Year's Day. It really was written as a bit of a waltz, and it's not about the calendar date, but it's about a rebirth. And when they heard the lyric and I started to sing it, and I'm playing it on an acoustic guitar, it was really David and Tico who took that song and shaped it to become the energetic thing that it is. And it moved me emotionally like I can't tell you, because I said, that's what we do. That's what we do. That's how this came together. You know, that's how Living on a Prayer came to life. You know, that's how those songs came to life.
So just rediscovering the energy of your fellow human beings in a room, right?
And the contributions of each of the individuals, which makes for the sum of the whole.
Real Love is beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, in the vein
I'm going
of
to give that as a present to my wife.
How nice.
Not because I'm cheap, but because it is just...
Buy her the whole album though, okay? Not just the song.
But it's like a prayer to love.
Thank you. Well, it's in the vein of the Bed of Roses kind of songs. That's why it's a bonus track. It was very, very, I liked it, I liked it. But it wasn't in the 12 to say, here's the new offering. It's a bonus track because of the songs like Bed of Roses and those who, have lived on for a number of years now. Thank you.
Chuck D once said this lyric, which said, you sing as a spineless as you sing your senseless songs to the mindless. Your general subject, love, is minimal. It's sex for profit.
Wow.
But finding love, like trying to generate love and be real about it, is a very difficult process.
I agree, and I understand what he says, but you see, that has left my mind, heart, and body the day after, certainly the New Jersey record, if not during Slippery. That's not true. My inspirations were the storytellers.
He wasn't rapping about you, by the way. I just want to make it very clear.
But my motivations have never been singing songs to the mindless and being spineless. No, or I would have done the Macarena, or I would have, no, couldn't have, no, not me.
Just trying to dig deep.
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. What's the life you're living at that time? There was no shortage of information. Sometimes the way we channeled it may have fallen short, but I was proud of every record that we put out, and it said something for me at the time.
Lastly, where do you think the light of lack of self-doubt lies? How far
in
away?
A year from now.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's a year away. Yeah, because like I said, this is the first time anyone's heard it, so I don't know. I'm starting to feel a reaction, which is wonderful, and I appreciate it very much. But on the other hand, it's just the offering, and now it's how I fulfill it. I have to go out, represent it the way I want, and then walk away, sweaty and tired, and leaving it all on the stage and saying, okay. So it's still a year away.
Well, I hope I get to see you on stage in a year's time and see the completely absolved of self-doubt John Bon Jovi.
Thank you.
Really, after listening to this album, I certainly have no self-doubt about you.
Thank
It's
you.
an incredible album.
I appreciate it.
John, thank you.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.